Yo, how y'all doing? Today we talking about why I started my YouTube channel and why is it about self-love? Why am I talking about self-love consistently and why is it so important to me? You see, all of us want love outside of ourselves, right? So I feel like for me, I don't know about anybody else, but if you can relate, you can write it down in the comments, whatever, you know what to do, right? For majority of my life, I wanted love outside of myself from other people. So I'm seeking it from, like, whether it's my friends, my family, whether it's like relationships, everybody. If I give you love and you return that love back, then that's love. Love is love. Like we support each other. That's love. That's real, right? But I valued so much of that love that I didn't really value the love I can give myself. You see, so everything that I'm giving everybody else, if they didn't return that love, I was hurt. I felt the way. I felt mad. Now I'm in my bag. Now I'm really like, in my emotions right now because I'm like, yo, nigga, you see the love I'm giving you. Why can't you return it? Not realizing that, like, not everybody can give, what you give. Like, if I'm able to love you the way I love you and you can't love me the same way, I can't get mad at you for that. Because at the end of the day, I'm me, and the reason why I'm able to and capable of loving like that is because that's how my heart beats. But I didn't know that. I was young. I was unaware, right? So I'm expecting that love from everybody else except myself. So I'm not giving it to me. So I'm not pouring into me. I'm not doing these things that I didn't know nothing about it. But it was so important, right? So when I started, like, heartbreaks or whatever the case may be, I got a heartbreak and I was like, oh shit, like I ain't got nobody to turn to. Like I could turn to my family, but there's nothing that hurts more than somebody you love breaking your heart. You know what I'm saying? Or you breaking somebody else's heart, whatever the case may be, because hurt people, right? So long story short, I went into life after the heartbreak. I'm like, damn, I feel like nothing. I feel like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I going to pick myself up out the mud? Like, what am I going to do? Really? So then I started, like, working on myself. Whether that was, like, going to the gym, whether that was, like, writing music. I really, really got creative and started writing music, like, writing out my feelings. And I was like, dun, 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 dun. In the studio, everything, whatever the case may be. I started doing things that I love to do. And I gained to enjoy myself. I gained to enjoy, being alone, being with me. So what I started realizing is like, oh, this is important. So I started reading, right? Because if you want to hide something from somebody, they're going to put it in the book. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So I started reading a book. I don't even know the name of the book right now, but I know I was reading some like self-development books. You are a badass. I was reading, like, what's that book by Robert something? But anyway, it was all about, like, investing in yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. And either way, if it was talking about business or it was talking about, self-love and stuff like that, it taught me something. It taught me something valuable that, like, this is very important. Like, me working on me is very important. It's crucial, And then when I started just pouring into myself, whether that was, like, playing ball with my friends or playing ball alone or, like, just saying, hey, I'm setting out this time for me to do something creative, me to work on myself, but it's for me to be with me. Oh my God, I can't tell you how much I needed it. So it encouraged me to start this YouTube channel, right? So I started working with mental health kids, and it was very important to me because I started realizing, like, yo, some of the things that I'm going through, you know what I mean, they were going through. And I'm like, wait, there's no way that me and a kid are going through the same issue. So those was unhealed wounds that I had. I didn't even realize. Listen, you talk to my mom's, for real, she don't believe in no trauma. She don't believe in any of that stuff. That stuff is not realistic to her. But to me, when I started realizing it and seeing it, that it's real. And we can heal each other if we can learn to work together, right? So I started helping them. I started learning these little skills and developments, which encouraged me to go back to school, right? I'm going into school for social work and helping people grow and develop because I was able to grow and develop. And I'm like, yo, the better I become, the better the people around me become, the better people I surround myself with, and the way we can grow as, like, as a unit. Like, minorities should grow too. I don't really feel like it's fair, because we already got a disadvantage, that we don't end up growing and developing and becoming abundant, because everybody deserves to be abundant, deserves to be loved, deserves to be well. You know what I mean? Mental health is a thing. I didn't believe it before. 5 years ago, you would have told me that. I would have been like, nah, y'all bugging. I don't know. These niggas is just crazy. But no, mental health is really a thing. It's real, and we should make it important. So, yes, when I realized that I am a communicator, I have a gift of gab, but I also have a gift to heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can motivate people and get them to a level that they were once not at. But it's crazy because it's not like that for me. Because when people start talking to me, I'm like, oh, I don't want to hear that shit. If I'm not open to it, I don't want to hear it. But it's like, for me, if I say something to somebody like, that makes sense. I've never heard it before. But that was all because I was in the right place at the right time to gain that knowledge and that perspective to give it. So if you can give something, if you could teach something, why not teach it, and why not help people become better versions of themselves? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Because that's love, that's abundance, and that's what God put us here. That's our purpose in life, to help one another. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I'm going for. So I started the YouTube channel after being able to learn all of these skills and stuff. And I'm like, hey, whether it's tips on, emotional intelligence or whatever the case may be, because there's a science to these things that, like, I feel like people who've never been through or experienced trauma or anything like it, they can say the science behind it, but somebody who lived inside of that moment, who has experienced it, who's seen it, who can literally display it and say, hey, I've been through that before, and this is how you change that, or this is how you operate. I would rather listen to somebody who's experienced what I've experienced before. I don't want to listen to somebody who just knows the science behind it, and not to sit there and say that not everybody's been through, something. Everybody's been through something, but it's not real. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't compare. Some people in urban environments can compare to. I'm from the Bronx. I'm from the boogie down, so you already know how it gets. It gets gritty out here, and we really went through some stuff growing up. I still, I feel for the kids and, adults too that's going through something right now. Like, because if we don't learn to heal, like, 5-6 years ago, it's so true, because I was not driving. I was not doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want a car. I was like, I could take the train, I could take the bus. Like, what are y'all talking about? I don't even want to take the train or the bus anymore. That's not me no more. You know what I'm saying? But that change came from above, because at first I didn't want it. And I was so, like, it's crazy. When I was like 23, 24, I was kind of envious. I was kind of looking at other people that was like 25, 26. And I'm like, how did their life get to where it was at? Thinking that they was in like a great position, like far from me. I thought I was far from it. But then I ended up having it. And then I didn't appreciate it. You see, it's crazy. When we get the things that we want and we ask for, why don't we appreciate it at the moment that we have it? No. Everything that I've acquired at this moment, I've asked for, and God delivered. As long as I gave good in the universe, and I've grown and I developed and I worked on self, anything that I wanted came to me. But if I'm doing negative in the world, I don't expect a damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I'm doing negative, that means that how can I have an open hand if I'm not contributing positivity to this world? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's already so much negativity in the world. I don't want to be a negative unit to someone. And if I ever been a negative experience to someone, which I know I have, you know what I'm saying? I apologize. You know what I mean? I could be a man about that and say, I apologize. But let's move forward and let's grow from it. You know what I mean? Because anybody who wanted to talk to me about something I did in the past, I'm not in the past no more. I'm not that person no more. But I apologize for wherever I left you at. You know what I'm saying? So, but going forward, I really started this YouTube channel to help other people in other different environments grow and develop and become the better versions of themselves. Why? It's super important for people to become the better version of themselves, so that way when we, like, I'm from New York and we won't even say hello to the person next to us. You know what I'm saying? We won't even just greet you and be like, yo, what's up? How you doing? How you feeling? The best you could get probably is a head nod like that. Like, and it's crazy because that your brother, your sister, whoever's around you, they probably going through something, and something you could say, even if it's like, yo, I hope, have a blessed day, king, have a blessed day, queen. Something simple as that can make somebody's day like, wow, that person spoke to me, even though they don't know me, you know what I mean, but they still gave me some type of love, whatever. It could be super small, but we weren't unwilling to do it because maybe we going through some shit, but maybe we like, I'm better than that person. Like that negative energy, like lose it. And this message is not for everybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit here and be truthful. What I'm saying, what I'm spitting, is not going to be for everybody. Not everybody thinks like me. I don't expect everybody to think like me. But if you on my type of wave where you trying to just be a positive unit to people in the world, then what's up? Link in, tap in. But if you are a person who you think you better than everybody, you got a nasty attitude, you don't want to work on yourself, you don't want to be that kind of light to everybody else, then you're at the wrong channel. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not for you, and that's okay. We're not for one another. Move on, go to the next person. I'm not even about that negative energy anymore. I used to be there. I'm not there no more. Oh well, boo-hoo. Right? So it's hard for me to sit there and say that I don't have love for everyone else in a situation, but I understand that healing takes time, it takes effort, and it takes effort from the person, the source. I can't be that source for everyone, because when I first started my healing journey, there was nothing nobody could tell me. If you want to change, you're going to change for you. But if you're not going to change, you're not going to change, and it is what it is. You know, I feel like self-love is an amazing journey, but you have to be willing to take that journey, and it's not an easy journey. It's not something that you're going to just go through and say, hey, I did it, I'm better now. No, it takes every day, every step, positive energy, nice prayers every day, and becoming and knowing that you're doing the best you can. At the end of the day, everybody day by day is doing the best effort they can to their lives, and I clap it up for everybody who's still moving, still trying, still striving, going to work, you know, and trying to do the best they can. It's not easy. It's not easy, but it takes effort, and it takes courage, and it takes consistency, and not self-sabotaging. And, you know, a lot of things that, like, with a lot of people that you be around, it's easy to be like, you know, I don't want to lose my friends, my homies. I had so many friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had so many friends when I was doing the wrong thing. I can't tell you how many. I only have a small circle now that I'm on my healing journey. Like, now that I'm just doing me and doing right and being real for me, because it's me. At the end of the day, I'm doing what's best for me, but not everybody's happy for that growth and development. And it's sad and it's true. Like, just realize, like, if you gonna become better, you're gonna lose some people. And if you lose some people, I think you're doing the best thing. You're doing the right thing. You're doing a good thing. You're doing a good deed, and that's what's up. Because you know what? Let them see you shine. Don't let them see you, you know, doing something negative, because negative is not going to get you where you want to go. It may get you the attention and publicity you want at the moment, but it's not something that's positive. You know what I'm saying? But back to why I'd be going on like these rants. But back to why I started the YouTube channel though. When I finally saw that, you know, these kids was growing and developing, and I was a better energy for them. Like, they were able to connect with me, like, and they respected me, you know. And I'm like, yo, if I can connect them and get kids to respect me, I can get other people like to do the same. You feel me? And if I can get other people to grow and we can do this together, then let's be a community of positive energy and a beacon of light and hope. You know, I didn't grow up in a church, you know, and I regret that, you know, but it wasn't up to me. It was up to my family. It was up to the people around me to invite me to a church or something like that, or tell me about the Lord and tell me. And when I didn't build that connection and that relationship with him, I'm moving on my own. I'm like, yo, I don't, you know, it's sad to say, but I don't need him. And when I started going through heartbreaks and everything was going wrong, Guess what? I need him. And it's funny because God kind of moves you. He's going to get you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's today, tomorrow, or next week, or next year, or 5 years from now, eventually you're going to turn to God and you're going to be like, all right, I'm ready to gain the information. And when I was ready to gain the information and gather it, now I know that the source, that spirituality connection is deepened and strong. I'm strengthening it and becoming a better version of myself every day, because I don't believe nobody ever stops growing. But if you want to continue to become the better version of yourself, and you really just on that path of success and abundance, then it's an everyday fight. It's an everyday struggle. You're not going to just get it right the first time. So if you here for just cleaning up, you know what I'm saying? Like just one day, oh yeah, everything's all right. It's not realistic. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as completely getting it right the first time. It takes practice. It takes discipline. It takes structure. It takes the things that people don't want to do. Like, I encourage people right now, like 2025, I'm encouraging myself. And I'm smiling because it means a lot to me. Like, if I'm drinking, I'm only drinking wine once, and it's only on holidays, and that's if I want to indulge in that. So, but that drinking shit gotta go. That smoking shit gotta go. It just stops you and prevents you from becoming a better version of yourself, and you make poor decisions with these fucking drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the Bronx. I'm in the Bronx right now. Listen, there's liquor stores all around. There's delis right there where you could get weed from. You could get cigarettes from. You could get all of this stuff from. Why? You could get beer from. And anytime I drink, I'm depressed. Wow, who wants to be depressed? Think about it. Like, why would you want to be depressed? You know what I'm saying? So if I'm becoming depressed based on what I'm consuming, or I'm not being able to focus because of the things that I'm indulging in, then I'm not doing what's best for me and my family. And if I'm not doing what's best for me and my family, what am I experiencing? What is bothering me? What's the trigger? And what can I do to change those things so that way I don't have to indulge in these, terrible behaviors right now? Yo, honestly, think about it. Why do you do the things you do? Because we all do something for a reason. We all do something because we're feeling a way. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you're feeling and how you're feeling. And if you ever felt like, hey, I'm not loving myself properly. Because if you're drinking and you're smoking, I don't want to say you don't love yourself, but I don't think you're loving yourself 1,000% properly, And I think that we all could become better. So be open to what I'm saying. Be open to the idea of change. Because change is hard. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've never been a smoker, per se. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really my thing. You know what I'm saying? Even drinking wasn't my thing until I was hanging around the wrong people. And I was like, yeah, I'm open to the idea of it. But what I realized is that the way I felt before I was drinking and when I started drinking, it didn't do any benefits to me. It was a negative benefit. So, again, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know when you felt like you indulged in these behaviors, these bad behaviors, or whatever you consider them, what they do for you. Because some people say, hey, when I smoke, it makes me motivated. I'm able to focus. I'm able to get things done. If that's it for you, then that's it for you. I'm not trying to change you. I'm just trying to make you see there's a better way. You know what I'm saying? And if you do some research and you say, hey, you right, or hey, you wrong, I'm entirely open to that. I just want people to grow. I want people to develop. And I want you and your families, I want your family to look at you and be like, yo, I can't believe you've grown so much. That's beauty. That's beauty in disguise of somebody becoming a better version of themselves. Holla at me, tune in. Thank you for listening.